You're gasping in a fever-soaked straw pallet in the Lord's stables, 1349, England, as the Black Death ravages your body like a swarm of invisible demons. Buboes swell under your arms like rotten apples, pain exploding hot and relentless, while the castle folk quarantine you like yesterday's garbage. You've slaved your life away, scrubbing, serving, surviving, for a pat on the head and scraps, only to rot alone, screams fading into coughs as the reeve bolts the door. Loyal servant's reward? Wrong. Just a disposable cog in the feudal machine, life ending in pus and regret. Devoted drudge? Let's rewind to your Mucky origins, because being a medieval servant wasn't Downton Abbey drama. It was a grind of grime, groveling, and one wrong curtsy from the stocks. You're born around 1300, squalling in a thatched hovel in a muddy English village, walls of wattle and daub oozing damp like a bad wound, roof leaking rain that puddles on the dirt floor. No silver spoon. Your dad's a serf tied to the Lord's manor like a plow ox. Mom's a dairymaid milking cows till her hands crack like old leather. First whiff of life, smoky peat fire mixed with the sour tang of unwashed bodies and cow dung. Cozy peasant pad. Fun toddler romps, right? Wrong. By age 4, you're toddling through pig slop, belly growling from pottage that's more water than turnip. Famine claws in. Bad harvests mean starving winters. Your baby sister wastes away skeletal, skin pale as ash, buried hasty under a hedgerow with no marker. Mom weeps silent into her apron. Dad drowns grief in weak ale at the village green, staggering home with bruises from brawls over scraps. Church preaches heaven for the meek, but God's busy with crusaders when wolves snatch lambs or floods drown crops. Your little brother swept away in a spring torrent, body never found. Tragedy peaks at 6. Dad accused of poaching a rabbit, Lord's game, hanged at the crossroads, body swinging like a grim scarecrow for birds to peck. Mom, broken, sells you to the manor's steward for a sack of oats, tears blurring her face as rough hands drag you away. You're chattel now, apprentice bait, family shattered. Village kids taunt orphan scum, throwing clods, leaving you alone with hunger pangs. You learn quick. Life's a boot. Lords wear it, you feel the soul. Mom's last whisper, serve well, survive. But reality's isolation. Cry yourself to sleep in the manor's kitchens, dreaming of anything but this. By 8, freedom's a fairy tale. You're shoved into servant drudgery at the Lord's Stone Manor, a looming pile of drafty halls and endless chores. The steward's your master now, a paunchy tyrant with breath like rotten eggs, treating you like a reusable rag. Dawn cracks cold over the bailey. You're up, stoking fires, ashes coating your face like war paint, fingers numb from flint sparks. Work or whip, whelp, he barks, drilling you in basics. Scrub flagstones till knees bleed, shine or shiver. Fun maid training? Wrong. Mornings, haul water from wells, bucket sloshing heavy as guilt, back bending like a bow. Learn hierarchies, bow to knights, curtsy to ladies, flub the depth, switch wax thighs, stripes burning like nettle stings. Afternoons, kitchen hell, peel turnips till fingers raw, stir cauldrons bubbling with mystery meat, burns from splatters your badges. Evenings, mend linens by tallow candle, eyes stinging from smoke, pricks from needles like Stabby McPrickerson. Isolation deepens, no play, just fellow drudges, scullery girls rivaling for scraps. One accident spills boiling water on your foot, blistered skin peeling. Crushes? A stable boy smiles during chores, heart flipping like a bad omen. But touch him, steward's belt threatens. God's twist. Pray to saints for endurance, but doubt creeps. Holy or hype? Winters. Endure freezes fetching wood. Frostbite nipping toes black. Summers. Swelter in kitchens. Sweat mixing with flour. Fail tasks. Stocks in the yard. Villagers pelting rotten veg. Humiliation deeper than bruises. You dream of rising ranks, but reality's endless scrub. Body toughening, spirit cracking under yoke. First scar, pot slips, scalding arm, bubbling skin a reminder, Serve silent or suffer. You're 18. Small break feels like a feast crumb. The lady notices your quick hands during a banquet, promotes you to chambermaid. Closer to power, silk sheets instead of straw. Manor life's marginally better. Polish silver till it gleams, lay fires without smoke. Success tastes like stolen honey. Lady praises your embroidery, rewards with a linen shift. Feeling valued. Peak highs. During tourneys, serve knights' tables. Crowds cheering lances shatter. Flirt with a squire, heart racing. Trysts and haylofts, spicy but secret. High moment. Uncover a thief in the household. Stolen chalice hidden in stables. You report. Lord rewards with a silver penny and trusted status. Feel essential. Whisper gossip to lady, helping navigate court plots like a mini spy. Jackpot loyal lackey? Kinda, bonds form. Kitchen crew like family, sharing ale. Scars comparing from mishaps. Gods seem to nod. Saints protect from worst abuses, omens good from priests. Feel alive. Manor your stage, service your shield. Untouchable in routine? You're 35. Servant stalwart like the manor's walls. Head maid now, overseeing drudges, iron hand in velvet glove. Wealth trickles, tips from guests, save for a dowry, marry a yeoman farmer, kids toddling in a cottage yours. Family thrives, sons apprenticed, daughters in service. Social perk, lady confides secrets, you advise on herbs for ailments, power in whispers. But shadows scrub hard, Black Death whispers 1347, plague ships dock, fleas jump. Villages empty, neighbors cough blood, buboes swelling black. Manor quarantines, but it hits. Lady swells, dies foaming. You nurse her, guilt gnawing, one slip spreads it. Decay creeps, half-staff croaks, workloads double, back breaks under endless halls. Health falters, fever nips you, survive scarred, lungs weak. Lord turns tyrant in panic, accuses servants of cursing the house, one hanged for witchery. Lose a child to boils, heart-shattering like dropped crockery. Isolation deepens, trusted friends buried in pits, paranoia like plague air. By 50, you're a worn rag. Manor changes lords, new one demotes old hands. Pension? Ha! Beg alms. Joints creak like old doors, vision blurs from smoke years. Poverty bites, cottage seized for debts, wander villages, scavenging like a stray. Die 60-ish, around 1360, fever in a ditch, alone with regrets, no loyal end, just rot. So, you scrub through shadows of power, loyal heart beating in humble chest, only to fade into forgotten corners, your devotion a spark lost in the winds of change and plague. A life that could have woven tales of quiet heroism, dimmed by the darkness of disposability. Potential buried deeper than any manor grave. What if one kind word had elevated you? One plague avoided saved your kin. A servant's silent strength reduced to echoes in empty halls, a testament to endurance snuffed by indifference. Ponder that as your story dissolves like mist.